Okay, what we'd like to do right now is to show you how to respond to some different types of misbehavior. So we're going to go through 3 scenarios, and Courtney and Ryan are going to be the students in the classroom. So the first one is someone who is off task. This is one way to respond. And all these are sort of very calm, you're in charge, and very direct with the student. Okay. Okay, do you see what I did? The note I handed Ryan, I really could have had 2, but the note that I handed Ryan says what? Get to work. After I handed Ryan the note, I walked away. Usually you walk about 10, 15 feet away with your back to the person, so they think that you're not watching, and you notice I turned around and I looked directly at Ryan. He was working. He started to do his work. If he didn't do his work, okay, I'd come back and I'd go like this, very softly to him, all right? I'm just telling you that one more time, get to work. I would take this back and I would tell Courtney, and that goes for you too. Get to work, that's all. So you're not yelling from a distance, you're not telling them what to do in terms of rules and regulations. If you don't do this, I'll give you detention. It's not necessary. It's very direct. And the more you do things like this, you're shaping the behavior of your students, and they respond more and more to these kinds of things. So the next scenario I would like to do is, let's say Courtney is off task. So she's talking to someone over there, or she's talking to Ryan. All right, there's another way that you can respond in a very calm way. Okay, Courtney, you're off task. So I would walk up to Courtney and I go, Courtney, what should you be doing? You have a step sheet that I gave you, and the step sheet we'll talk about in a little while, but where on the step sheet should you be at this point?
I should be on number 3.
All right, let's get going. That's what you should do. Start with number 3. Now I could do that loud, or I could just whisper to her, what should you be doing? The language pattern there is, what should you be doing? Not what are you doing. If I ask Courtney, what are you doing? What do you think she's going to say? I was talking to my friend back there. What do you think I was doing? That's the kind, you ask a stupid question, you get a stupid response, right? So that's another kind of calm response from a teacher that works. And if you start to build these skills up and think of different creative ways, all right, the better you are as a disciplinarian. So here's another scenario we'd like to do. Let's say, and Courtney, let me borrow your chair for a sec. Okay. This would be one-on-one after school. During the course of teaching, Ryan gave me some back talk. He was being a real wise guy. So I tell him I need to see him after school. I don't scream it, yell it. I go up to him in the classroom. Ryan, I need to see you after school. Before he leaves, I remind him, you better be here after school. It's important. I don't like back talk in my classroom. So here's the conversation that I have one-on-one. This is just Ryan and me having a calm conversation about consequences. So I would sit down and I'd say, right, get rapport, make sure I'm in rapport. This is very important. Ryan, you gave me a lot of back talk. You might be angry at me. It's okay, but I'm not going to tolerate that in my classroom. So let me ask you a question. When you do something wrong in the classroom, something has to happen, don't you think? All right, we all agree to that, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you gave me a lot of back talk. What do you think I can do? I want you to give me 3 or 4 things, maybe 4 things that I can do to you now because you misbehave in my class. Give me one.
Call my mom.
All right, call your mom. Right, what else do you think I can do?
Give me in-school suspension.
In-school suspension, that's a good one. How about another one?
Extra homework.
I give you extra homework. Very good. How about another one?
Send me to the principal.
Okay. One more.
I don't know. Suspend me.
All right. Pick one.
In-school suspension.
I think that might be a little too harsh. How about calling your mom?
I mean, I guess.
Okay. So what you do is you give him all these choices. He comes up with the choices and let him choose his own consequence. He was pretty severe on himself, though. Usually they say, keep me after school, yell at me, things like that, and until they get to the last one. So if you think it doesn't warrant, that really doesn't warrant, what he said. So I would just say, okay, it's a little too severe. How about calling your mom? All right, he agrees. So I'm not really giving it to him. He's doing it. You got the idea? Okay, so those are 3 ways that you can discipline students in a very calm way and respond more intelligently than screaming and yelling.